Hey social media queens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tana, like Montana, and this channel is all about social media tips and tricks, what it's like being an influencer and a professional marketer. So go ahead and grab yourself something to drink. I've got my iced coffee and let's jump into it. Today's coffee chat is going to be about the 4 things that you can ask yourself to determine if you are ready to start a blog. And remember that coffee chats are short videos. These are under 10 minutes and I want to fly through a couple different important things, but you are going to get a ton of valuable information. So the very first point that I want to touch on is there something that people always ask you? That was how I started my blog in the beginning in 2013, and if you want to hear a little bit more about that journey, pop over to this video and I talk all about it. People were coming to me for fashion advice and asking me if I could style them for dates or functions or interviews, and I kept getting asked the same questions over and over and over and over again. And so I thought it would be easier if I just wrote down all of this information for them to have a resource to go to, and I didn't have to keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. So I think this is a really important question to ask yourself. Are people asking me about recipes? Are people asking me tips on certain things? Because now I feel like my niche has changed and that I keep getting questions on social media. How can I be an influencer? How can I start a blog? What are brands looking for? And I listen to my audience, and that's why I have this channel. One of the best ways to determine this is literally ask the people who know you best. Ask your best friends, ask your significant other, ask your family. Just say, what do you guys always ask me about? What's something that you think I'm an expert in? It could be makeup. It could be traveling tips. Maybe you're always the person that your family members go to when they want to plan a trip or get a really good deal on an airline ticket. The next question that I want you to ask yourself is, do you have time to be posting consistently on your social media platforms or your blog? And I do want to make sure that this video touches on, yes, a blog for sure, but I also want you to think about even being an influencer or starting an Instagram account. It takes a lot of work. When I was starting my blog and my Instagram, I was posting on Instagram once or twice a day, having to come up with clever captions and take good photos because high quality images are so important. If your images are not high quality, brands aren't gonna wanna work with you. A lot of people aren't really gonna wanna follow you if they're not seeing like inspiration or high quality images. And don't get discouraged because you can take photos with iPhones. I do want to preface that with, unless you're trying to work with brands. So brands really need high quality images, and that's something that I can say with certainty as having a background in marketing, specifically influencer marketing. If an influencer sent us an image and it was taken on an iPhone, we literally told them to reshoot it, and we needed them to hire a photographer or use a DSLR camera. We just needed high quality images. So again, you can be posting on your iPhone, on Instagram, and on your blog to get started. That's perfectly fine. But if you do want to work with brands, you're gonna have to hire someone to take better photos. And I don't say better, I just say higher quality. So again, back to consistency and having the time. When I was starting my blog, I was posting a blog post every day, if not every other day. And now on my blog, I post every week, once a week, or every other week, just depending on the content that I'm putting out. If it's a really long travel blog post, then I'll probably do like every other week. It just depends on what's going on in my life at the moment. Okay, whew, I'm gonna take a sip for this one. The third point and question that I want you to ask yourself is, do you only want to start a blog or Instagram or be an influencer to make money? I have so many people message me and saying, oh, I just want to supplement my income. Oh, I really want to work with brands because I want to make extra money on the side. If only it were that easy. I started my blog in 2013, started my Instagram in 2016 or 17, and I just started making money on my pages in like 2019, and then I was able to go full time at the end of that year, and that was a lot of work. Like, it is a ton of work, and people don't understand that you're not just posting photos. You are doing so much more than just posting photos. And that's another video in the future that I want to touch on, everything that influencers do, because they wear a lot of hats. And if you are just trying to supplement your income, do something else, because one, you're probably not going to make money very quickly, and two, you need to be passionate about this. You need to be passionate about building a community, sharing content, taking photos, writing. You don't have to be a professional writer. I'm not a professional writer. I'm dyslexic as fuck. But just having a passion for writing, because you're going to be writing a ton on your blog. You're going to be writing a lot on your Instagram captions. You have to be someone who wants to share information and talk, because you're probably going to be creating video content if you want to be successful. I have another video on how to be successful for 2021, and video content was a huge point that I talked on. Just don't do it. This is not the place to go into if you just like want to make extra money on the side and you don't have a passion for it. If you have a passion for blogging, of course, do it on the side. I did it on the side for years. I did it on the side for 5 years. And now I'm to the point where I can do this full time. And honestly, I'm working so much more. Like literally, I never stop working. It's crazy. But just think about that. Are you only wanting to do this just to make money? Because you're not gonna make money for a while. And finally, my last question to ask, I love this question. Do you want to build a community of amazing people and friendships? And if you said hell yes, then it is time for you to create a blog, create an Instagram account, and start making those connections, because truly, some of my most valuable friendships have come from meeting people online, and it is so special to be able to connect with others literally around the world. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!